You wanted me to say my part, and then you say your part.
No.
And that didn't make sense in my head.
No, I started, by the way.
That's what we needed to do. That was exactly what we needed to do.
Welcome to Family Friends. I'm Austin.
I'm Justin. It worked.
What do you want to talk about first?
Fucking.
I don't care.
Let's talk about the Iron Bowl. It's tomorrow. It's
Go for it.
Who you got? Like, you're not a sports fan. I want to know who you got.
Who's been doing better this season? It's Auburn, isn't it?
No, Auburn blows this year, and I'm an Auburn fan, so.
Well, I guess I'm going to go for Alabama, because I don't give a shit. I don't really care about sports.
If it rains, I think Auburn's going to win.
If it rains.
Yeah, Alabama, they're too heavy on they're passing the ball. Hard to throw the ball in the rain, hard to catch it.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't scared of their running back.
Is it supposed to rain?
Yeah, it's supposed to pour down rain.
Okay, where are they playing?
Tuscaloosa. Bowling's
Of course.
going.
Oh, they always play in Tuscaloosa, don't they?
No, it changes every year. They go Auburn, Tuscaloosa, Auburn, Tuscaloosa. They used to play in Birmingham. I wish they still did.
You know, if Jennifer's daughter hadn't moved into their old house in Tuscaloosa, we probably would have ended up there.
That would have been dope.
Nah, that would have sucked.
You think so?
God, yes, that traffic's awful up there.
I mean, you had to drive to Birmingham every day.
I mean, the traffic's not that bad in Birmingham compared to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, but imagine the
Because
trek back and forth.
Tuscaloosa's just a big ass city and a college town.
Yeah. It would suck during games down there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I couldn't live close to campus.
Even back in Jacksonville, it sucked during games.
Dude, when we went to the Alabama game, we had to park at the mall 15 minutes away.
Jesus Christ.
And ride a bus.
When you went this last time.
Yeah, that's the only Alabama game I've ever been to.
Jesus Christ.
It was ridiculous. And then the bus dropped you off and you still had a 5-6 minute walk.
The last game I went to, we parked in front of some dorm on campus and had to walk, and it was a 20-minute walk. It sucked.
I forgot who bought it for him. I think Danielle bought it for him for Christmas one year.
It's not even like they were super old trees. They were tiny.
No, they were 100 and something years old, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, were they just a small breed, like dogwoods or something?
They were oak trees. Oh, I'll tell you how old they were.
I remember seeing a picture of them when they got rolled after an Iron Bowl one time, and I don't remember them being that big.
They were 83 to 85 years old.
You got a picture? Okay.
They were wide.
So you just think Auburn has it entirely?
Only if it rains. And then it's still going to be a game. 24-14, 24-21, something like that if it rains. Alabama can't run the ball, man.
Are they still trying to find a new coach?
Auburn? Yeah.
Because I saw something earlier about them having a plan B if Lane Kiffin doesn't work out.
Dude, I hope Lane works out. Calais Williams doing good, though. And if he beats Alabama, I'm not sure you can't not hire him.
I mean, he seems like... That one game I watched with him, he seemed like he was doing good.
Which one did we watch?
Oh, God.
That Mississippi State overtime game?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one.
A couple weeks ago.
He's won since then. 2 in a row. 3 in a row, something like that.
And that's pretty good. I mean, you already know the team. You work with them all the time.
He played football at Auburn.
Exactly.
He should have won a Heisman at Auburn. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Let's talk about Jeffree Star leaving YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Have y'all watched it yet?
No. I don't care enough.
I don't know if he's left yet or not, but he definitely said he only had 2 more videos, and it was a big deal. Shane Dawson cried about it.
I mean, we still haven't seen the rest of that Shane Dawson series.
You gotta watch it. That's where he announces it.
Oh, okay.
He's leaving YouTube for TikTok.
That's...
And he's dancing with
Well, he's doing the same thing Sam Pepper fucking did.
Have you seen any Jeffree Star TikToks?
No.
Oh, I gotta show you one, but you'll have to like edit it out because we can't have the sound.
Sam Pepper ended up fucking like doing TikToks for kids. He went back to doing pranks again. And that's the shit that basically got him kicked off YouTube in the first place. Or they got him canceled from YouTube. That's so stupid because you created all this drama. Like,
Bro, he don't even care. He was talking about like he doesn't get on his phone no more, doesn't have news apps.
well, you can tell in all of Shane, every time Shane comes out with like a new series after he get canceled, he's immediately like, oh, I don't care. I don't care because I forgive me.
Your wife's gonna be mad listening. That's
I've told her that shit before. I go on a rant every time he says that shit. Because he says it so blatantly. He's like, I don't care if the fans forgive me or not, because I have.
How much do you think they made off that damn Jeffree Star Shane Dawson makeup?
Oh, millions. Easy.
Shane Dawson was talking about in that series saying it wasn't a big cash grab, but like
Those things were expensive as shit.
Yeah, I know. I bought one.
They sold out immediately.
You know what else I just freaking bought that was expensive?
What's that?
Fucking My Chemical Romance Hip Dot palette.
Oh, God.
It was like $80.
And then my wife didn't even barely use the conspiracy palette she bought. Ended up giving it to your wife.
Hey, she uses it though. I've seen her use it. Oh, that's right. She gave you like the mini controversy or whatever.
No, she gave me just Jeffree Star.
Oh.
Oh.
I have.
Yeah, we bought the conspiracy.
I can't remember the name of what she gave you.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry, I forgot.
But now that you say that, I do remember that now.
He got 2.8 million on TikTok.
I mean, to be honest, for TikTok,
That's not that big of a deal.
You're just like just starting out. Like, look up, see how many Charlie D'Amelio has, or Bella Poarch.
We'll go Charlie D'Amelio. 148 million.
Exactly.
Yeah, which one was underage and everybody was simping over him? Was it Charlie or was it the other one?
Charlie.
Do you know about all the drama with their parents? Isn't it their parents?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard some drama.
Like, okay, so like they're getting divorced or whatever.
Okay.
And like, dude is like, gotta be on steroids. He's like, coked out of his fucking mind or something.
No. You're thinking of Addison Rae's parents, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
The one that Young Gravy was...
Yeah, Young Gravy
the dad was
with
trying
mom.
to be with Young Gravy.
He was like getting a ring with me and shit like that.
That shit was pretty hilarious.
Right,
he is sad as shit. And he just like goes after all of her friends.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Like I've seen videos of him just like showing up at random YouTuber parties and TikTok parties that she's not even at. And he'll be like the oldest person there by like twofold.
You think if we ever have the podcast take off that we would like go to TikTok and YouTube parties? I couldn't.
No, not like crazy ones. Maybe like
who would
networking.
Who would have to be there for you to go?
Oh fuck. Someone that would realistically be there.
Rhett and Link, there you going?
Ludwig.
Ludwig would probably be there.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rhett and Link are doing it. I think they might be a little bit too big.
I've been watching a lot of Schlatt lately.
You know who goes to that kind of stuff?
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure, you might want to check me on this before we put it in. I'm pretty sure James May does it. It's one of those guys.
I could see him doing that just because he thinks it's it's always going to be some, like, fancy networking party.
And it never is.
Yeah, something like
What would it take for you to go to, like, a Logan Paul, Jake Paul YouTube party?
Guarantee that I'm going to get clout from it, honestly. Like, if it's going to increase our online presence just a little bit, I don't think I could stand being around those people for anything less.
I don't know. I think they'd be cool to hang out with, but like, I don't know that I could hang out with them every day.
I don't know. I'm not much of a maverick.
Oh, you know who else I know for a fact goes to those kind of parties is Adam Ruins Everything. I'd like to meet him.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, he just pretty much does YouTube now, doesn't he?
yeah.
I see him on Twitter a lot.
I love Adam Ruins Everything.
I see him on TikTok too.
Yeah, I follow him on TikTok.
He made, wasn't his last episode on TV about how awful, like, syndicated television is or some shit?
No idea. I didn't watch all that TV show.
I remember hearing him talk about, I don't remember what it was on. I don't remember if it was a TikTok or one of his episodes. But he was talking about how awful it was to actually make the show. And
What?
I can see it. Wasn't it on, like, what was it on?
True TV, I think.
The same thing as, like, Impractical Jokers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, the Carbonara effect.
The Carbonara Effect would be so cool if they did it right. They need to do it like Mind Freak instead of just trying to play like practical jokes on people using magic.
I feel like that's kind of what they were I think it's like they were trying to go for that, but they only knew how to make Impractical Jokers.
That's fair.
Because they made so much. And they had to get good at making it because they had to go to all of these places because they kept getting figured out.
Didn't one of them practical jokers just leave?
Yeah, Joe.
I know which one he is.
He was my favorite.
I like Sal.
Yeah.
Have
He
you
does
listened
a
to any of his?
podcast.
I was about to say, have you listened to it?
I've seen like clips.
I've seen clips of it. It seems pretty good. Have you seen that one where he got too stoned?
Yeah.
He's just like sitting there like zoned out. I wonder if like when he does his podcast, if the other Impractical Jokers get kicked back because he's part of it.
I doubt it just because he's doing it like on his own. He's not doing it like as the Impractical Jokers or whatever their comedy troupe is called. I forgot. I don't even know if they still go by that name.
I have no idea. I think the TV show's still a thing though.
I want to say I heard them call them by their old name on like a clip show or some live they did.
Did you eat holiday food yesterday? It's the day
No.
after Thanksgiving.
No. I didn't stay long enough at the Papa's to eat.
I ate so much holiday food. I regret it so much.
I lied and told them I had to come help you.
What did we do?
I didn't really specify. I just told them you just like got out of the hospital and I had to come help you.
That's a pretty good excuse.
Yeah.
I ain't asking no questions if you tell me that. There ain't no reason to ask any questions. I would get out of the hospital. They must be doing bad.
Yeah.
Technically not a lie. I mean, you came over here yesterday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lie. Oh, you want to talk about new Pokemon? Because you got the new Pokemon game today.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it so far. The issues I saw online that I've experienced haven't really bothered me all that much. I think they could definitely work on animations because like NPCs, if you're in a big town, as soon as they get like 15 feet away from you, they switch to 15 frames per second, like their whole animation cycle. And it's kind of ridiculous because they're not, all of the NPCs in the town aren't loaded at once. They have a render distance, and it's not, it wouldn't be hard to just smooth out the animations. So
Yeah.
hopefully they'll fix that in the next update. I haven't experienced any of the other major glitches that people have had. I'm only about 4 hours in, though. But I'm having a good time.
What's your favorite new Pokemon?
Fuecoco. He's a fire crocodile.
What's it look like? Does it look like a Totodile from back in the day?
Similar, like, body shape, yeah. Like, well, I say similar, but, like, you know, they're bipedal and have big jaw and a tail, you know.
Yeah. That's what I was asking, if it stood up right or not.
Its final evolution is on all fours because it actually looks like a crocodile.
What's your favorite Pokemon of all time?
Dude, that's so hard.
Oh, it's not even close. It's Squirtle.
Like, me and Bailey have talked about this before, and I always tell him, like, you're gonna have to let me think on it. And I just never get back to him about it.
It's definitely Squirtle or Scyther.
Oh, I have a pick. The new form, Hisuian Gudra. It's like a giant snail dragon.
That sounds dope.
And I just got a shiny for it in Legends Arceus like a week ago, and I love it.
How different does it look when it's shiny?
It turns like the shell on it kind of changes into like a muted gold, and the rest of its body is kind of a yellowish. But if I think I can trade it up to Scarlet, and they've changed how Pokemon are textured in Scarlet. Like, Magnemite actually looks silver now, and not just like gray.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like, they have a sheen to them. Shiny Magikarp looks like it's made out of gold.
That's awesome. I need to get back to playing Pokemon games. I enjoy them so much.
I mean, Sword and Shield were really good, especially with the DLC. Legends Arceus is the most fun I've had with Pokemon in years, probably since Black and White.
I used to be all about Pokemon. Like, N64 era Pokemon. Like, there was Snap, there was,
yeah, I was about to say
Arena,
there was no mainline ones on 64.
No, those
But
were
there
all
was
on, Game Boy still. You know what I think about when I think about Skylanders every fucking time?
Avery.
Yeah. High school trading Skylanders for like 2 grams of weed.
He had it for ever. I don't know if he ever got rid of it. It's probably still in his basement.
Micah said they took it to a pawn shop or something and got like $5 for it.
Oh.
I got a good story. And I'm not sure you know it.
Hit me.
Do you remember the party that Dina puked at, but it was really TJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it became like a meme to blame it on Dina.
Yeah. Me and Cody went to everybody's car that night and got changed.
Oh, you did tell me this story.
And then we went to Avery's room and got changed.
I mean, he would just have change all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, it would. And we got like fucking probably like $23 in change.
I used to gather up all his quarters to go buy cigarettes.
And then like later that night, the party had boiled down to just like the core people that were gonna be there. And it was like early morning, like sun coming up. Still like half drunk in high school.
Walmart just switch over to breakfast.
We went
Walmart, McDonald's.
We went to McDonald's. And me and Cody went to the drive-thru. Got like 12 biscuits and paid in change.
God.
Oh, that drive-thru lady was so pissed. And
Did you at least like count it out for her?
We were working on it when we got to the window. But yeah, we counted it out, but it took all of 15 minutes to get through the drive-thru. We're the only car in line.
Dude, people used to pull that shit with me at fucking Mapco all the time. They would come in with like 4 pockets full of change and be like, I need that on 2. And I'd be like, you better count it.
Yeah, I'm not about to do that.
Right here. Like, that's not my job.
Nobody ever tried to pay with change at Dollar General, thank God. But we had crazy couponing ladies.
Oh, they're the worst. The Gain and the Tide women.
Yup.
That would just go resell it on Facebook.
Any like P&G product, people crazy coupon for.
We had our what was it, DM, district manager?
Yeah.
He was so spineless that he would just like authorize whatever the fuck if a customer was able to contact him.
Did you have Tracy?
No, this was in Jacksonville.
Oh. Tracy was horrible. He had to go to Walmart to be a section section manager or whatever.
But like, there was this woman that would come in and buy all of our game, and then come up with like 80 coupons, and we'd be like, we can't do that. We're not supposed. It says it on the coupon. And she would just call him up and be like, hey, you need to fix this. And he'd call us on the store phone and be like, just let it go through.
I never read coupons. If they tried to stack them, I let them stack them.
I mean, I didn't really care.
As long as it would scan, I didn't care.
But I don't know, it was just weird that they would just be abusing it like that.
There's one woman that lives around here. I don't know who she is, but she always came in a Dollar General like crazy couponing. Like, sometimes I would end up owing her money.
Oh no, the penny shoppers were the worst.
Yeah, and when it
Because
started...
we would get in trouble for that shit.
Yeah, you wasn't supposed to sell anything. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be off the floor if it was a penny, but you have to sell it if they bring it up to you.
I mean, it really just depended on the manager. Because
Yeah.
I had one manager in Jacksonville that said, fuck you, you ain't getting it. Show me where you found it, I'm taking it off the floor. And then we had another would be like, sell it to her, and then never go get it off the floor. Someone else would have to.
I like you're in a Dollar General would be so easy. I don't see how so many like adults fell at it.
Just because it's you running the store, pretty much by yourself. Because the turnover rate is absolutely insane.
Oh, I agree with that.
The work expected out of brand new people is insane. They lie to people to get them hired. And it's so easy to get backed up stalking in that place because you only get 2 people a shift, pretty much.
Yeah.
A lot of places now, apparently, hours are so bad, there's only one person working at a time.
Or you can't keep people working there like at Mom's Dollar General.
Oh, is that where she works now? Gotcha. I ain't been down there in a long time.
Don't go in it, it's a mess.
Oh, I
They
know.
can't properly manage it.
I mean, they had like 6 months ago, they brought in like 12 people from different stores, like managers and assistant managers to get the back stock out. It was ridiculous.
I hated work. I was so happy when I left Dollar General.
Oh, when you got promoted?
No, when I left.
Oh, right. Because you just quit.
Yep.
I got fired for being burnt out.
Dude, that place will wear you out.
I was working 5 days guaranteed a week. Air quote part-time, unair quote.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're only full-time if you're assistant manager or above.
We had full-time key holders.
Really.
Yeah, when it was me.
They would not do it in our district.
That's crazy.
But
Did I tell you I'm going to do stand-up?
yeah,
I'm so excited.
my
Oh, like, when we're done recording this, I want you to stay because I want some input on it.
okay.
I got it wrote up.
My uncle, is that why you wanted a notebook?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I went to damn Dollar General today and hit me a notebook.
But my uncle, on my real dad's side, like my aunt's husband, he does stand up. I've never went to see him, but I have heard he's good.
I'm just worried about finding an open mic around Birmingham.
I'll ask him. I'll text him and ask him where he goes.
I'm excited about it, though. I'm going to embarrass us.
Because he lives
Especially
over...
her.
He lives over near Trustful.
I'm
Which is technically Hoover now.
I'm not gonna go into it on here, but I'm definitely telling I'm the Dom now. I'm definitely telling the best day ever.
Oh, this is a story I want to hear.
I'll tell the best day ever on here. I'm not telling the other one on here because I can't control who listens to it.
I love hearing these raunchy sex stories.
It's not a sex story.
Oh.
The other one was. And that's why I don't want to, because I'm going to tell my grandmother to listen to this, potentially. But,
How's
So,
that hair tie?
the best day ever. And fuck you, I forgot what we were talking about before. And nice
Your stand
silicone.
up.
Okay. So, the best day ever is like me and Face. My mom was in the hospital. We were singers in high school. We were dating. And we had some weed. And like, dumbasses, we were like, let's get as high as we fucking can because we got the house to ourselves.
Naturally.
And like, we didn't have like good weed. We had like really, really dirt weed, but it would like,
had that swag from Jeff.
it probably was from Jeff, to be honest. But it was like laughing weed. It wasn't like stone you weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like we just get fucking like we're supposed to go to church that night and like we didn't
Put
go
on
to church.
Step Brothers weed.
Yeah, but like we didn't go to church that night. We didn't do shit. We smoked up. I made some food, and then like Faye starts singing and screaming. It's the best day ever from SpongeBob song like all throughout the house. So I like get my phone out and I'm recording her fucking hanging on the kitchen door, like twirling around singing. It's the best day ever. And it's great.
I stopped going to church by the time I started smoking weed.
I can't tell you.
I would have been a menace. I
went to church high a few times.
We made our youth, me and Zach, I'll tell you later. But we tortured our youth pastor just because she was so insufferable about, like, there was no question to what the Bible was. Like, she had the exact answer to, her interpretation was the interpretation.
Yeah.
And so we grilled her one day about cuss words and why they're bad. And all she could say was just because the Bible says so. So we challenged her on that. We said, where does it say so? And she couldn't find anything.
I love a good stump a youth pastor question.
Did you know the word fuck was invented in a courtroom?
No, but that makes sense.
It was something like they needed a word that was like harsher than fornication.
That makes sense.
So they like came up with fuck. Or that's what I read. Could be wrong, but you don't hear fuck going back that far.
No, it's not. It's like a relatively new word.
Yeah. Whereas, like, it feels like all the rest of them have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah. God, there was one more stand-up thing I wanted to do, but I can't remember the story. I can't remember what it was. I don't remember. It's bugging me. Ever tell you about the time me and Anthony walked from his house to my house?
Okay, was this when y'all were both living down there in Buddy Vines?
No, he didn't live in Buddy Vines. He lived over by Smithville Baptist Church.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Where did you walk from?
From Smith. I was at his house. Me and him were both at his house. And we walked from Smithville Baptist Church all through the woods, all down through Buddy Vines, and came out my house down the river.
My God.
It was awesome. We ate a fucking burrito out of his pocket.
Oh, was this the time? Was this when you said Anthony fucked his leg up real bad?
That was a different day.
Oh, okay.
Man, he messed his knee up.
You said he took like a rock-sized chunk out of it, didn't he?
Yeah, like a good, like, probably inch deep of his knee.
That's disgusting.
It was so gross. You remind me, I'll message him and see if he's got pictures of it.
Please don't, because I had a dream like that one time. And it like brought upon that like fear of unnatural holes. Like trypophobia or whatever.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Anthony's in damn Uganda or some shit right now, so I mean, he probably doesn't have a picture of it with him anyway.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Yeah, you probably should.
I'm
He's not really in Uganda, though.
gonna redact that.
He's not in Uganda. I know where he's actually at. I'm just not gonna say. Shout out to the people in Uganda.
Yeah.
That aren't really in Uganda.
Most likely our first listeners.
Oh yeah, we go multicultural with this.
Guys, just remember, please don't huddle around the iPhone. Listen on different devices. It helps us. It helps the algorithm.
Yeah. We're gonna know what to do if we have like 75 non-Ugandan listeners.
Could you imagine if that like fucks our algorithm and then we just start
Like, popping
we
off,
just start getting like a shit ton of listeners
popping
from
off in
like
that actual country that
a
they're
third
in.
world country somewhere.
I don't think it's a third world country that he's in. It might be. I know where he's actually at. I just don't want to say it.
Right. Keep it vague as possible.
It's Uganda. That's what I've been telling everybody because that's where I originally thought it was.
We don't want to get a knock on the door saying, "Hey, you gotta take that shit down."
Well, I'm saying if it's a third world country or not.
I mean, a lot of countries are listed as third world
Oh
countries,
damn!
and you wouldn't
I
expect it.
no, I wouldn't have guessed that.
You know, I can see that
In the world,
because, I mean,
they're top 10 richest country in the world, and we're talking about like they might be a third world country.
well, think about that place. It's not in India. What is it, Dubai, that has like the tallest building in the world?
Dubai's dope. I
Yeah,
would love to go.
exactly, and it's like in a third world. Like a lot of people would probably call it third world. I don't know if it's technically classified as that. I don't know the exact specifications, honestly.
I don't know what makes a third world country a third world country, but I would not have guessed that country has that much money. Like,
Well, shit.
is your uncle that does stand up the same uncle that you're related to on that podcast series thing?
No. I'm not. Uncle Jimmy dead.
Oh,
Yeah, he died a few years ago. But for those that don't know what I'm talking about, there is a podcast that got semi-famous a few years ago, went kind of viral, taking place in Woodstock, Alabama, or around Woodstock, called Shit Town. And the podcast is called the S-Town Podcast. And it revolves around a guy allegedly super rich, had like gold bars stashed all around his property. Eventually killed himself. He'd originally called the podcast dude, I don't remember his name, to come down to cover like a covered up murder from the son of some logging company guy. But him and the podcast guy, John Michael Montgomery, I believe his name was, or John B. No, John Michael Montgomery's the
country singer.
John B. Michael, I'm pretty sure was his name, and that's why I got confused. They eventually became really good friends, and for some reason or another, because if you listen to the podcast, you'll know he was pretty depressed in life for various reasons. Hated where he lived, was hated for who he was. Killed himself by drinking cyanide.
That's a dope way to do it.
But he was really good friends with my cousin on my stepdad's side, Tyler. And through talking with Tyler a lot about John B., they eventually, he was at Tyler's house, or Granny Hicks's house, rather. Eventually met Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy became a mini internet celebrity, has his own subreddit, like a dedicated fan base. It's pretty crazy.
We watched some of his videos. He's hilarious.
No one fucking believes me when I say that. But like, I used to go there all the time as a kid. Go there every Thanksgiving, every Christmas.
That's dope.
They hated my mom.
It's too bad he's not live. We could have him on, help us out.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
I think it'd be fun though.
Oh
We'd
yeah.
have to go to him.
I mean, he was like coherent. Like he knew what you were saying. He just didn't have. He wasn't able to say what he wanted. He had phrases he could say.
It might just be like a For Us episode, but it would have been fun.
Yeah.
We need to get Matt Mitchell on.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know if he would be cool with us just crashing a trivia night like we were talking about, but that would be hilarious.
I honestly think that might be the worst way to do it.
Oh yeah, I think that's like the best way to get security called on us and us never talking to Matt Mitchell ever.
Make a TikTok about us.
That's
These fucking losers came up to me at the comedy club after doing trivia night.
I don't even think it's a comedy club. It's like some bar in Jasper.
Yeah. Oh God. Walker County.
He's from Walker County. We can't
Dude,
throw too much shade. He's from Walker County.
Fuck Walker County.
Did you ever like follow him when he did like the not it became the Ostrich, but it used to be like the Daily Mountain Eagle, which is the newspaper in Jasper. But he had like a spoof account on Facebook, and the picture was like their picture is an eagle, but his was like Daily Mountain Eagle. Mountain wasn't spelt out. And it was a picture of an ostrich running with the background instead of an eagle flying.
Yeah.
And like people always thought it was the real news.
There's
And
a
he
dude-
posts like crazy stuff like meth addict blows up house next to elementary school.
That's not that crazy of a headline around here now.
It's not that crazy in Jasper, I give you that.
I had a family member that used to work for the county, and do you know where like the county buildings are?
In
Like
Bessemer?
over near Bessemer?
Yeah.
One of the houses right by it used to be a meth lab when we were kids.
We're in downtown Bessemer one time. Like, this might be everybody's warning not to go to Bessemer.
I mean, you just gotta know where to go.
But like, so we went downtown Bessemer to play Pokemon Go around the courthouse and stuff
Definitely done that.
at like midnight.
Definitely didn't do that.
Yeah, bad call. So like, we're just making the block, you know, like hitting the red lights, getting close to all the courthouse, library, everything. That this was I don't think it was pre-Lucas. I think it was pretty recent.
Oh.
But anyway, we're just circling the block like 5 or 6 times, you know, hitting all the stops, doing what we need to do, looking for raid battles. And it's out of nowhere, like the whole city of Bessemer, like fire department, police department, are surrounding this building and like running up in it, and like the building's not on fire. I can't tell what's going on, but they shut like 4 city blocks down for it.
Jeez.
And they were like, "You just gotta go."
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they were like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Playing Pokemon Go." And
But
they were like,
sir, I'm catching a Togepi.
for real, there's a shiny, there's a fucking shiny Scyther up there. Let me get it. That's where I caught my shiny Scyther at.
It's slightly yellowish.
It's not red when it evolves. What is it? Is it red?
Well, when it evolves into a regular Scyther, it's red.
Yeah, what is the shiny version?
It's like,
Because I have it evolved. I just don't know.
yeah,
I
it's
can't
like a
remember what it is.
puke green yellow. And those are, a lot of people hate those shinies, but those are my favorite shinies.
Scyther might be my favorite Pokemon.
Just the shitty, awful, ugly shinies. Like, everyone hates Dragonite because it's like a puke green, but I love it.
I like Dragonite shiny. I'm just thinking about popping off in Uganda now.
You know, Scyther has a new evolution in Legends Arceus.
What is it?
It's called Cleavor.
Is it awesome?
Yeah. It's like instead of evolving into Scizor, that's what it would naturally evolve into.
That's kind of cool. I haven't played Pokemon games in so long. We already said that, but
They're
like,
good.
I just haven't. Like, I'm talking like Game Boy Advance SP might be the last time I bought a Pokemon game.
They gave Ursaring a new evolution.
I need to play it.
Yeah.
I got a Switch. I
Yeah. There's tons of games you could play now.
got a kid that likes to steal the Switch because it's his, but
True. Breath of the Wild. You ain't played that yet.
I ain't played Persona 5 either. But it's downloaded.
Well, it's not on the Switch yet. But you are talking about Xbox though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I love it. Like the music is awesome. The story is anime as shit.
I need something new to play. Fortnite's getting a little old.
I mean, Persona is definitely different than anything you've played before.
Not Secret Neighbor. Hello Neighbor 2 just needs to drop already. I've had it pre-downloaded. It's supposed to drop in August. If y'all are listening, what are you doing? You're wasting my time.
What happened to
I
that
couldn't
game?
beat the first one, okay? I couldn't.
Well, I remember people raving about how amazing it was when it was like in beta or whatever.
It was-
But as soon as the game came out, it was like, this game is shit. What the fuck did they do?
It's so hard.
I never played it.
We'll have to do a playthrough. Me and Will tried to do a playthrough and like literally had the game guides up on both of our phones and couldn't figure it out.
But people were like, the game is absolute garbage now. And I'm like, how?
I think it'd be something fun to play in VR. Is it on Oculus?
I believe there is a VR version. I don't know if it's on Oculus. I haven't looked at the store in a while.
Have you seen the VR football game I got now? It's like, I think you're the quarterback.
I'm surprised it's taking this long. They have a lot of fun shit on VR.
EA just has like a death hold on the NFL. That's probably why it took so long.
I've recently found out that you can hook your Oculus, because it's a standalone VR normally, the Quest. So it's got its own like software it runs and shit. But you can hook it up to your PC through the Oculus Link cable, or through AirLink if your Wi-Fi is good enough, and just use your computer as the VR, and then just use your Oculus as a headset.
That's pretty cool.
So your Oculus isn't doing any of the processing power, your computer is.
That's pretty cool.
So you can do more stuff. It doesn't treat it as the Quest anymore, which is, there's stuff the Quest can't do.
Have you done it yet?
Yeah, I've gotten on like VR chat and shit.
Runs a lot smoother.
Absolutely. Can load, I mean, in VR chat, there's like, if you're on the Quest, there's tons of worlds you can't go to.
Did you have to hook it to your computer to go to Hogwarts?
Yeah.
I bet that was dope. Now that I know I need a computer over here, that kind of sucks. But I would love to do that. Maybe next time I come over. Oh, I may have dropped the ball and told Face a little bit about her birthday. Speaking of,
Oh, yeah.
she definitely knows it's Harry Potter thing now.
Well, I mean, she's just right outside. She's gonna, if she even catches wind of this, she's gonna have her ear to the door with a cup.
Luckily, she's talking on the phone. I don't know who the hell she's talking to, though. Probably Heather. Heather had a baby today.
Heather who? And don't edit all that. Never mind.
You don't know her.
Well, don't say last names.
That's probably who she's talking to, if I had to guess. Somebody keep her entertained.
Yeah. Somebody.
She ran through. Did you see her run through here a while ago?
Yeah. I thought she shit herself.
God. She was fucking booking it. I didn't know what she was doing.
Can we talk about, like, all the celebrity deaths recently?
The ones that aren't like real big celebrities, but
Well,
they're
no-
like
well, I mean-
staple celebrities.
Well, I mean, all of them, really, because, like, there's...
Like where we're starting with. We starting with Betty White, or the more recent.
Yeah, like in the past couple months because it's like
Haggard died.
when did Michael Jackson? It's like that. It's like the year Michael Jackson died all over again with like the celebrities dying in just huge batches.
And a lot of them weren't really that old.
Well, Kevin Conroy was pretty old.
The first ones that came to mind were the Power Ranger guy and that.
But yeah, Jason David Frank was in his early 40s, I believe. Aaron Carter was in his 30s.
Yeah, and that girl from Supernatural that just died, she didn't look that old.
I think I saw that she was like 41. I could be completely wrong about that.
I don't know her name, but it is crazy how many celebrities have died this year alone. I mean, hell, the Queen died.
Yeah.
I mean, that seemed like a big deal. I'm so happy I wasn't British.
Oh,
Speaking of, you might have to edit this out, but did you see when the...
Oh, I ain't editing nothing about the British out.
Did you see when they were playing the Irish in soccer? And they were playing whichever, what is it, like North Ireland or whatever?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know nothing.
Okay, like one of them wants their independence or whatever. And
oh yeah, no,
and like they've been going on about it, and they were playing at the one that won their independence, and they started singing "Lizzie's in a Box" throughout the stadium. And they were all celebrating and drinking because they think that Charles or whoever it is now is going to let them have their independence.
Jesus, Charles ain't looking too hot.
No.
Have you seen his hands?
No, are they gross?
They're like swollen as hell from like blood just pooling in them or some shit.
That can't be good. He'll still live like another 30 years.
I doubt it, dude. He looks like
He
death,
changed his
man.
king name, though. It's not Charles anymore.
Oh, did he go with like an actual king name?
Yeah, I think so.
Charles is one of the king names. It's like one of the ones they used to use all the time. Isn't it?
Yeah. Or maybe it is Charles and they put like a third on it. Yeah, he put like a third on it, but it was named after he's named after like some other king that wasn't favorable and did some shady shit. But I feel like all the royal family has done some shady shit.
Who's after him? William?
Yeah.
And then
William's
kids.
Yeah, it takes forever to fall to like Harry.
Well, I don't think he's in the running anymore, period. Or he's at like the lowest of the low on the totem pole now.
Yeah, I think he's like...
Because he wanted to like separate... They moved to America, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know the whole situation with it, but I think he's like 5th or 6th in line.
It's got to be further down than that, because they were pissed about that.
They did like try to leave the royal family though, and then called them a bunch of racists.
Yeah.
And
I mean...
they were probably not wrong.
No. You're talking about people that have more or less been stuck inside a manor together
For like all
generations.
Yeah, like thousands of years. Or at least hundreds.
Yeah, they go outside, but they pretty much just associate with like themselves and people of their ilk.
I couldn't imagine being part of the royal family. That shit's guys suck.
I mean...
And like, what good are kings and queens now? They don't do shit.
It's
just like a status.
I mean, a lot of British people find comfort in them. Just like as an entity. A lot of people really love the Queen.
Oh, I know, but like, what are they doing now? Do they have any political power?
No, like they might have some like kind of suggestive power, but no, they have no actual ruling power.
They're like the Pope.
Well, I think the Pope is probably more influential to a degree
in Rome than the Queen is in England.
Well, just because like the Vatican is like its own place,
city, basically.
And like while the Queen may have been the queen of her country and all of the British territories or whatever. He's the leader of the whole Catholic
Church.
religion.
Do you know my favorite fact about the Vatican?
Hit me.
So at some point, some pope ordered all the statues from the like Michelangelo era
Uh-huh.
to have their penises like taken off. And so somewhere in the Vatican, there's just like a box of Renaissance era penises that were on statues that they knocked off.
Can you imagine if it was just because he was jealous?
That's hilarious.
Because those statues weren't like hung.
No, because
They were all shrimp dick. Like,
do you know why?
yeah, because it was seen. Because having large dicks was seen as like,
You were like stupid.
yeah, you were like an imbecile, fucking.
It is amazing that like they could take that stance on it way back in the day, and evolution has still just been giving us big dicks.
I mean, it was the same thing with like weight. The more you weighed, the more money you had.
Yeah, because you could afford to
So
eat.
the more attractive you were.
I'd be attractive as hell like 500-600 years ago. They'd be like, God damn, he's got a lot of money.
Dude,
You imagine giving somebody from back then like a microwave meal?
oh, that'd be hilarious. I mean, have you ever thought about like if that did happen to you, if you got like sent back to I don't know, like Rome or Greece or whatever, or like even further back to like Egypt?
Oh, I'm dead.
What would be like the first thing if you had a phone and you had like
I can control where I'm going.
sure, and
I'm go-
beforehand you downloaded a video or like gameplay of a game or something or like
to show
a
these
movie.
people.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm showing the ancient Egyptians the history TV show Ancient Aliens.
and just like ask their opinion.
Yeah.
Like, how much of this is true? Like,
I'm gonna go when they're building the pyramids, because I want to see how they're actually being built.
it creates like a temporal causality loop where like they watch Ancient Aliens that you showed them.
And they get smarter.
No, make drawings of the weird haired guy.
And
then later on, the weird haired guy is like, damn, that's a cool hairstyle.
You ever seen him on like his first few seasons?
No.
Like hair slicked down, like kind of emo
No.
cut, glasses.
No.
Not the like, I don't even know his name, but not the figure that he is now. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's got like some like super like European name.
There's like a meme of him from like the first season to like a couple seasons later and a couple seasons later. And it just shows how much more he's been standing his hair up and like growing it. And it's like he's just slowly being abducted.
Oh, dude, when me and Micah went to that Coheed concert back in like 8th grade, 7th grade, there was this dude there that was like, you know, he was bald and he had the bald on top, but all the hair on the sides of his head was long. And he like flat ironed it straight out like a UFO. And that shit looked perfect by the end of the show. I was amazed.
Michael was trying to tell me like y'all touched him and he like got a lock of the dude's hair and all kinds of stuff about Coheed and Cambria, and I was like,
I mean, we did touch on. Well, like, we talked to him for a minute.
I was like slightly jealous, but at the same time I was like, it's kind of weird if you got a lock of this guy's hair.
A little bit, yeah.
I can't say nothing now. I mean, I said I'd lick Chris motionless. And that's like an offer that stands. If he ever listens to this podcast, I will gladly lick either one of the cheeks.
Chris, hit us up.
If
Send
Chris
us an email.
Motionless gets on the podcast at any point in time, swear to God, we're taking like a month break after that because that's hot of the hot.
Well, you're just gonna have to be like You're gonna just gonna take a month off to like cool down. You're gonna be brick the fuck up.
For real. I had to cancel my Bluetooth subscription.
Nothing's the same anymore.
I don't want to throw shade because everybody does it. I know you don't like Ronnie Radke though, but would you spend the day with Ronnie Radke if it meant you could spend the next day with Rhea Ripley?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm talking about you gotta do whatever Ronnie wants to do.
Like, I don't.
But he can't fuck you.
It's not that I hate him. He's just a douche.
I bet
like,
he would be fun to hang out with though.
He's perfectly allowed to be a douche. Like, whatever. But I'd stopped liking Fall in Reverse a long time ago.
I wonder if he's like, I like him, but I wonder if he's a douche in real life, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, apparently so.
I don't follow him that much.
Oh, I mean, we know about his past. I don't know how he is now, but I do see clips of him.
You ever seen the clips of Rhett and Link like freaking out when the chairs get moved and stuff?
I've seen like a clip where they're like fake like bitching at people like,
Yeah,
and it like sometimes it looks real.
That's specifically what I'm talking about. That shit's so hilarious.
Like they start acting like total like divas and tyrants.
What if that's how they really were?
I mean,
It'd be so depressing.
if either of them was gonna be the diva, it would definitely be Link.
Oh yeah, Rhett's on like this James and the Shane country music. I left the church kick.
Oh yeah, dude, like he's gonna be growing his own weed in
Oh.
like the next year.
So apparently at some point, and I don't know if this is true, so I don't want to just throw it out there as fact, but I'm in a group called Good Mythical Stoners on Facebook, and apparently Rhett at some point said he was California sober, which translates into I only smoke weed. What's the podcast saying?
Right.
But,
So we were kind of freaking out. We thought we had to end the podcast at like an hour because we weren't entirely sure how Anchor worked, because there's a lot of stuff that you don't like learn about it until you start making the episode itself. Like I didn't know there was interlude music, like sound effects.
it seems like it could be pretty dope. I mean, I don't know what you're going to use to edit, but you could definitely throw some music in there if you wanted to.
I mean, if the app,
Cover some jump cuts.
I mean, the app, Anchor advertises that you can edit it from your phone, so I'm just gonna try that at first. And if it's
Might just be easier to pull Anchor up on your computer and do it.
maybe, yeah, and if it's enough, because I'm really only gonna have to cut like,
A couple of things.
yeah, like cut dead air out, cut
Right.
stuff out we wanted to cut out, and then check noise levels, because this is our first recording. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's this test episode. I'm sure it's gonna sound awful.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how it sounds when you get it up. I'm not going to hear this until you have it done. I'm going
Right.
to hear it when it goes up. I'm going to listen on my Spotify account, so we'll get a listen for it. And the first probably 2 or 3 episodes, I'm just going to let you handle. And be like, give me your best.
Yeah,
And
give me notes.
I don't know. Do you think I should listen to it before it goes up? Just in case? Like, have the final product, but maybe you send it to me Sunday night and let me listen to it?
Well, that's on you, but I'm gonna need an answer at some point.
We'll talk about it later.
But yeah, it might sound like hot ass for a little while until we get actual mics and shit.
Coming soon. And a set, hopefully.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Not that this is something that has to be left on the podcast, but have you asked Robin if we could do it in that other room? Or do we not even have to ask?
I mean, I haven't asked, but I'm sure she wouldn't care.
We could start I mean, I'm off work until January 1st. We could start working toward making that a recording place.
Yeah.
Being off work's gonna blow. Especially if somehow we make money on this before I go back to work. Do you know how unmotivated to go back to work I'm gonna be?
Right? Like
I'm telling you, if this puts a few $100s in my pocket somehow, it's gonna be hard just to go back. It's gonna be hard to go back now. I didn't want to go back after my surgery.
because you'd feel like you're starting to like build up, maybe starting the snowball, and then you got to go back to work.
When I go back to work, this is gonna be a little bit of a grind.
Right.
We'll definitely move recording days to sometime in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Which will be nice. It'll give you more time to edit. You won't have to do such a quick turnaround because you'll probably be flowing with this.
Editing, it's only going to take me at least as long as the episode is.
Yeah.
And it's not going to take me all day to do it.
You'll probably take a good 3 hours to do it.
If.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to
listening
a
through.
final product, though.
I'm going to try.
Hey, it can't be. My opinion is editing it can't be any worse than the conversation we sat here and had. We've had a good conversation.
Yeah.
Like, you can't make it worse. I mean, unless you just edit a bunch of syllables together and make us say stuff we didn't say. And I'm not sure that you have the editing skills for that yet.
I mean, if we make enough of these podcasts with like clear enough audio, they have AI now that can like train an AI voice to match your tones and cadences.
That's crazy.
Like, if anyone out there has ever watched Nile Red on YouTube, you'll know about Nile, his second channel, Nile Blue. But there's also a third channel out there called Nile Green, and it's basically like How to Basic meets Nile Red, and it's all just some fan of Nile Red's that made an AI of his voice and just does batshit videos.
That's crazy.
I mean, Nile Red himself does batshit videos. Like, he turned plastic gloves not only into grape soda, but hot sauce.
What? I gotta watch that.
Oh, it's insane.
I can't have hot sauce anymore. It makes me so sad. I want some hot sauce. I'll tell you though, Thanksgiving dinner wasn't that bad. There wasn't that much I couldn't eat. It was nice.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
The only thing I couldn't have that I really wanted was sweet potato casserole, and they put extra pecans in it.
I mean, you can have nuts, can you?
Nope.
But,
Who are you talking to? We'll edit this out.
Taylor.
oh, Jesus.
I was wrong. You don't have to edit it out. I gave my prediction earlier on who she was talking to.
And you were wrong.
Heather.
Oh, no, Taylor.
I guess we'll see if you're right about the Iron Bowl.
I'm hoping I am. If it rains, Auburn's got it. If it don't rain, Alabama's going to kill us.
You're 0-1 right now on predictions.
Yeah.
Not starting off great.
Not starting off hot.
We can't turn that into a segment if you can't.
Oh, we could turn it into a segment. And I could just always give some outlandish, like I definitely think the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl. Hey, they're in the playoff hunt.
I don't know shit about sports, and I know that ain't happening.
The Browns, you trying to pick the time?
Did you restart?
No, we didn't restart. We freaked out because we thought we could only record an hour. And
You can only... So I think we'll have to do this, or I think we will do this differently just to make it easier editing it. But I think we'll just do like, every time we're done talking about a specific topic, I'll just be like...
segment break.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We can do that next time a lot easier.
Maybe even add in some of that interlude music.
Some of the fancy dirt bike lovers.
Yeah. There's some weird ass like sound names.
Dirt bike lovers was actually one of them.
And the name of the song made no sense to how it sounded.
It didn't sound like a dirt bike.
Because it was like this, I don't know how to describe it, like elevator music almost.
That's exactly what it was. Like slow piano elevator music.
Yeah.
And dirt bike lovers. I do love some like off the wall music though. Like some 90s country.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alan Jackson, Toby Keith.
George Strait, my guy.
Oh,
Randy Travis.
Randy Travis.
Randy Travis is so dope. He played beer pong with Post Malone.
Who's the... Oh, shit. Does he have a son that does country music? Is that what I'm thinking of?
If he does, I'm not aware of it. I'm not really that up on modern country.
Fuck. I'm gonna remember who I'm thinking of, like, after the podcast.
Like, outside of Tyler Childers, I'm not up on modern country.
Oh, it's definitely... No, not modern country.
You heard Tyler Childers?
No, I hate, like, new country.
I think you would like this.
You think?
Yeah, I'll play you some after. We can't play it on the podcast.
I've been really liking...
Like, shout out to whoever made that Mom's early 2000 cleanings playlist.
Oh, absolutely.
On Spotify, by the way, if y'all are listening, like, just
absolutely,
know it bumps.
We'll put that in the fucking link tree. I don't give a shit.
We're gonna link that.
Of my childhood, just waking up on a Saturday morning and
If
hearing
nothing else, you got a good playlist out
fucking
of this
like.
podcast. Maybe that could be our thing.
Do you remember that chick's last name? Her name's Jody something.
What song did she sing?
It was like Bye Bye. And
Was it the one I played?
yeah.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
I can't remember her last name, but
I don't know what I did with my
I
phone.
never knew her name as a kid. But
Wait.
she dominated country music back then.
Yes, she did. I got that whole playlist right
She
here.
has so many songs that I didn't know were her.
I'm gonna resend you the link to that too, so you can post it. Because we're spending a good bit of time on this like slapping ass playlist.
Your little slap ass.
It's so good. What is her fucking name though? I'm just gonna search. Jody Messina.
Jody Messina.
So good.
Yeah.
Dominated Central Alabama cleaning music in the early 2000s.
Absolutely.
Dude, sometimes I just put on like Mom's old cleaning music, even though it's not the music I listen to, and just like get to work in the house. Like, if I'm listening to early 2000s, late 90s country music, you know there's some cleaning going on somewhere.
Oh, I gotta. Well, I can't listen to music when I clean, because it just, for some reason, I focus so much on the music, and it makes it feel like it takes so much longer to do anything.
You gotta find you a good playlist with no skips, first and foremost.
I just watch podcasts, or I listen to podcasts.
I listen to a bunch of podcasts when I clean as well.
Listen to YouTube videos.
In my household, podcasts are undervalued by the rest of my family. They'll be like, oh, you're playing that? Or I'll play like some Stiff Socks, and you know the kid can't hear that, so like he can't be in here. I really just need a good pair of wireless headphones. Well,
My wife listens to like nothing but true crime and true crime adjacent podcasts.
at least she's listening to podcasts. Like,
And I can't stand
I'll
it.
be amazed if my wife listens to our podcast. Like, just... Oh, she
And
was...
Rollins.
Oh,
I didn't even know Rylan had a podcast.
yeah, he had a podcast for Shane.
No, he has his own.
I said he had a podcast before Shane.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he still does it.
They're having a kid. Do you know about that?
I heard about that.
I don't know how it's working.
He's gonna make. I can almost see it. They're gonna dress that kid up as like one of the people from the Cats play. Just as like a meme, and everyone's gonna be like everyone disliked that.
You think Shane Dawson will lean into it like that?
He has.
But do you think he'd do it with a
He
kid?
still leans into it.
I mean, I know, but do you think he'd do it like that hard with
He's
a kid?
dumb enough to. Absolutely.
He's still open to come on the podcast, even though we called him dumb.
Sure. Like, I don't give a shit.
If we had Shane Dawson on, we would have to do it very far away from both of our wives, or we would be heavily embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking, we would have to go to Colorado and do it with Shane and just tell him like we can only afford tickets for us.
Sorry, company card has a limit.
That's a good goal.
To have a company card?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is a good goal. I wonder how much you have to legitimately be a business before you get a company card.
You'd probably have to be making like steady income
Yeah.
for a business.
I dibs not in charge of the finances when this takes off and we're the biggest podcast in the world.
Oh God.
We can hire somebody.
Yeah. Absolutely. That should probably be our first hire, is an accountant.
I think the first hire should be an editor.
You think?
Yeah, because like one, you don't need an accountant until you're making like hella money, and if you can afford one employee, it doesn't make sense to have an accountant because you can only
Yeah.
afford one employee.
That's true.
But like very quickly after an editor, yeah. And I think I settled on an editor. I just don't know if he's capable of doing it
Yeah.
and how all that'll work. But I think you go editor and then financial advisor, accountant, whatever. And then probably like a writer. Somebody to give us ideas to talk about.
Probably merch next.
Oh, I could see merch happening without a editor. Like, let this thing get a couple hundred listens every week and see if we don't drop merch.
Well,
I mean, like, ODS is dropping merch. Like, not trying to shit on ODS, but, like, they're not the biggest channel in the world, and I definitely got on board with them before they were as big as they are now.
I mean, we got 2 people that'll make us shirts.
Yeah, I mean, we put them in Red Top. We can have merch tomorrow.
Oh my God, yeah.
Merch before the podcast even releases. Hot merch, man.
See how much Jennifer will charge me for like 60 shirts.
No shit, we could probably move 60 shirts if you got them made.
Yeah, maybe.
You find out how much it costs, we can go
At
in
least
half.
family and friends.
We can go in half, and then we can sell them for a little bit more than they cost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you do. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot to make those shirts, honestly. But Jennifer likes to go get those, like, nice comfort color shirts and shit.
Black. That's what our merch would be black. I mean, look at what we're both wearing right now. This is like an everyday ordeal for us.
I mean, all I own is black shirts, and the ones that aren't black are 2 red ones and an old work shirt.
All 3 people sitting on this couch own majority black shirts. I can't help that every concert I go to, that's what color the band's print on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, black shirts with like Mr. Beast blue almost. Family friends. And put like up under it's podcast. Or something just like Oh, you know what would have slapped us if we would have got this off the ground a little bit beforehand? We really could be talking about doing this and having like orange and blue and red and white ones made up.
For the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, and like we're having an Iron Bowl party here, so like there's me some sales right there because you're gonna come to my Iron Bowl party and not wear our merch.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be because we're gonna be doing this. The plan currently is to be doing this bi-weekly,
Yeah, we didn't.
every 2 weeks, not twice a week.
Yeah, Monday, skip a
So-
Monday.
For anyone that cares, you're not gonna find out the outcome of his prediction or